Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It was pretty good, right? In my opinion, no trilogy of movies was as consistent within the MCU as these lovable group of idiots. And I think a lot of that can be attributed to James Gunn, the man who really made this group of lovable idiots work. And while the MCU has started to stagnate, I think it's important to talk about why Guardians still works. First off, why do we need a director? Well, let's look at a movie that basically doesn't have one. 1967's Casino Royale. Not the good one. This one was a spoof parody of James Bond, directed by 5 different people and starring just an unbelievable cast. We got David Niven, Peter Sellers, Ursula Andress, and Orson Welles. That's right, the guy who did the iconic War of the Worlds broadcast, which set the nation on fire, is in this movie as Le Chiffre. The movie sucks. Turns out having 5 different directors is actually a bad idea. Directors need to act as a cohesive glue holding a movie together. When you have 5 different people with competing visions, you end up getting a muddled mess. If the movie can't figure out what it's trying to do, then the audience definitely can. So why do we need a director? Because if you don't have one, you get 1967's Casino Royale. While the importance of directors is crystal clear, it seems increasingly likely that big budget releases will lack directorial vision. Can someone just tell me who the hell directed Black Adam? His IMDb page has a video which is just a promo for Jungle Cruise.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
And by the way, no hate for the director. He is doing the job through which he is given, but studios now seem to want to hire directors that they can walk over. And when you have directors that are merely puppets of studios or actors, you lack vision. Movies look the same, because directors give movies style. So when the studio controls the vision, all these movies they control end up looking the same. And this type of filmmaking doesn't seem to be slowing down. More and more movies seem to be released where the pull is the actor and not the director. It seems our future holds a lot more Dwayne Johnsons than Steven Spielberg's. And maybe that's just how it's meant to be. James Francis Gunn. Yeah, remember when the video was about him? It's just right up there at the top of the page. Well, you see, now I've Googled his middle name. One of the main contributors to this newfound lack of directors is Marvel and their billion-dollar movie franchise. Marvel likes to get directors early in their careers, and while sometimes this results in Marvel being able to get a director who gets better with each movie, it also sometimes feels like a director's vision is stomped out by the need to further a universe. But despite that, James Gunn doesn't seem to follow that rule. He seems to be able to find his own unique voice in a sequence of movies that feel anything but unique. Ultimately, the Guardians of the Galaxy don't work without James Gunn. They are a product of his vision. They don't feel like a puzzle piece of a larger universe, but a love letter from a man towards a specific group of heroes. And thus, we get the most cohesive trilogy in the whole Marvel universe. If you have been reading the news recently, you may have heard that Kevin Feige wants to change his MCU strategy to include more respected directors. While we will see how this turns out, it is important for the MCU to start considering that when making movies, you need your writers, directors, and film crew to be passionate about whatever needs to be made for this universe. I understand they have this grand plan, but if they can't find people who are passionate about making it, it won't work. Vision. When working on a movie, you need a vision. Everything you do should be a step towards that vision. If you don't have the vision, your movie won't have cohesion. Have an idea, create a vision, and make something cool. Thanks for watching.